What's up? Welcome back to a brand new video on Love's Art, and today we will be gender bending Charlie and Vaggie. So with Charlie's design, I decided to keep things simple since Charlie herself is relatively simple in and out of her red jacket. But I did keep a mental note that every time VivziePop has ever drawn Charlie, she has always put her in her favorite male Broadway character's outfit. She also draws Charlie in a lot of pants and shorts. The only times I've ever seen a drawing of Charlie in a dress is in the family portrait and her prom photo. So you could say that Charlie is a bit of a tomboy or a girly tomboy. So I kept that in mind when coming up with ideas to gender bend Charlie, aka Charles. I did, however, have a hard time coming up with the final outfit. I attempted to do a corset-styled belt, but in the end it just wasn't a right fit. It didn't feel like something the character would actually wear, so while I was drawing, I decided to change the entire thing. But when coming up with the design, I felt that Charles would be more into gender-neutral fashion, but still lean more into a romantic fashion, like ruffles and silk and bouncy fabrics. But I also think he would enjoy more feminine fashions, hence the blouse and loose-fitting bow, and tighter fit vest with a U-shaped line. As for the color, there wasn't much I could change like I did for Angel Dust, since Charlie's parents don't have much color separation. Both are blonde and pale skin, although Charlie does share her mother's eye shape, eyelashes, and eyebrow arc, so to fix that I used Lucifer's features. Although I did keep the same hairstyle Charlie already has, but shortened it to a tiny ponytail. Other than that, I did change Charlie's height to a little bit taller. He's a few inches taller, but not as tall as female Alistair. He's still shorter than her. Other than that, the design was pretty easy to figure out, but as for Vaggie, that was a completely different story. Seeing as how Vaggie died in around 2014, it would be safe to assume she was living in the 2000s fashion era, but her outfit doesn't really scream early 2000s. She has kind of got this like pastel goth, pirate inspired theme going on, so I had to think of something that would be similar to what she was wearing, but more boyish. So replace the skirt with pants. I also decided to keep the gloves and socks because I ended up going for a more e-boy look. Basically all I did was move the X's around and gave Vaggie a jacket and incorporated the stripes a little bit more. I also made the X over the eye a bit more scratchy and harsh looking and thicker eyebrows. The hair, on the other hand, was a fun challenge. I played with many different versions of how I would have done the hair, but the short hair seemed to work the best. I had also planned on giving male Vaggie sideburns, but it just wasn't working out. I did pretty much everything I could to figure out how to make it look right, but it just was not coming together. Side note, I also kept Vaggie's original height for male Vaggie, so he's the typical angry little man. But I do admit I had a lot of fun drawing gender-bent versions of Charlie and Vaggie. I don't think I have any issues when I draw them because, weirdly enough, I feel like I know the characters pretty well, which makes doing this really fun for me. And that's all I have to say for right now. I do have some questions from a few of my followers on Instagram that I thought I'd answer here, so let's get into those. Question 1. What's your favorite and least favorite things to draw? My favorite thing to draw is probably hair and clothes, but my least favorite thing is definitely eyebrows and most definitely feet. And sometimes hands, it's a mess, trust me. I draw hands like 15 or 20 times over before I find the right way I like it. Question 2. When did you enter the HAZBIN Hotel fandom and learned about the project? I didn't officially enter the HAZBIN Hotel fandom until 2018, and even then I wasn't really a part of it, but I learned about the project in 2016. I didn't truly get invested into the whole fandom until I saw the trailer, and then I was like, wow, I want to be a part of this. I don't know how, but I will be. Question 3. HAZBIN Hotel characters ranked. Okay, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but Alistair, Serpentious, Angel Dust, Cherry Bomb, Vaggie, Charlie, Nifty, and Husk. And I'm sorry to all the Husk lovers, he just doesn't do it for me. I'm not into grouchy characters, I'm sorry. Question 4. Did you have any specific inspirations when making Drag King Devil Dust? That's the name I gave Gender Bent Angel Dust. I was mostly inspired by Kristen Stewart and her fashion and female mob bosses. I've been secretly really into that lately. And a lot of French couture suits was one of them. I just spiraled out of control when looking at references. I just picked bits and pieces that I really liked. Question 5. Would you ever show a tutorial of how you shade or something that helps us artists? Maybe? I've been told I'm not a very good teacher. I go way too fast and I just end up doing it. Plus, I wouldn't know where to start. I'm also still learning how to shade. I've even taken up learning how to composite certain images. Question 6. What's your favorite thing to do when you're drawing commissions or fan art? It's silly, but like I will take 50 images just to make one reference board. And then for fan art, same thing. I'm obsessed with looking at reference images. I have so many photos just stockpiled for anything. Like I've got pictures of people sneezing. I don't know why I have them, I just have them. Question 7. What's the biggest inspiration that made you want to make Haffy? Okay, so this is a fun one. For those of you who don't know, the character in the front of my intro video is my main OC, Haffy. She's a neon demon who died in the 80s. Originally, she was only supposed to be for my business card icon. She was supposed to be a dessert demon, but for some reason it just was not working. So I looked at a few reference images and saw someone had made a neon themed business card, and I had never tried neon art before, so I decided to take what I liked from the original image and morph her into the brightly colored neon demon she is. Question 8. What do you think of the Mange family? Personally, I really love their overall design. I wish I knew more about their personalities, canon-wise. Cause yeah, I really do like the idea that Lucifer is a tiny bottom for his tall wife, but I really don't know much about them other than Charlie, but even that's pretty small. But for some reason, I do have this like weird love for Lucifer. I think his design is super cute and simple, and the fact that he's like almost the same height as me makes me giggle. Question 9. If Haffy and her boyfriend are together in hell, were they still together when they were both alive? Fun fact, Haffy does have a boyfriend, his name is Pyro, and they were not together when they were alive. They died a year apart from each other and ended up dating 2 years after they met each other in hell. But the funny thing is, after almost 34 years of dating, they've discovered that they were only a few towns away from each other before they died, which basically means they were fated for each other, because I made it so. Question 10. Are you also going to do a cherry bomb gender bent? I think if the AU does really well and I feel like I could put more time into it, then yeah, of course, I would do Cherry Bomb, Serpentious, hell, I'll even do Katie Killjoy and Tom Pench. And maybe Charlie's family? I haven't truly decided on that one yet. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like or a comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!